This is the KhoodeelaR television channel, KhoodeelaR Television Part A, broadcasting under the banner of Baby Angel Geronimo editions. This one is timed at 08:30 hours GMT on Sunday, the 24th of March 2024. The Sunday Times magazine is running another sick-making criminality propaganda saying that massacres of foxes is a good thing. And they're recalling in context the passing of the Act Against Hunting. We shall read in detail some of the parts later in this edition. And the main overwhelming state propaganda, conservative propaganda, and antisocial propaganda being perpetrated by the Fleet Street media and pathetically, tokenistically updated on the broadcast media is the image of the British monarchy. That actually became the subject of the concern about 4 months ago, with the reports that King Brian and Kate Middleton were both undergoing hospital treatment. It is a measure of the depth of stupidity and idiocy and the utter mental dysfunction of the majority of the people in England, that the entire Fleet Street media is insane in its promotion of the image of Kate Middleton this week, this Sunday today, 24th of March. The Times newspaper yesterday, Saturday the 23rd of March 2024, dedicated about 10 pages in promoting Kate Middleton. And the Sunday Times today is doing no less. The role that this so-called columnists play in keeping the Little English newspaper reading masses in place as idiots is evident in the piece by the byliner Camilla Long. Now, Camilla Long is the one who is so disgustingly perverse and perverted that when she got frustrated at Gary Lineker not responding to her, she offered her breasts for him to wonk and come on. This is the disgusting level of morality. Now, Camilla Long, along with Matthew Saeed, to cite two names, are evidently hired by the Rupert Murdoch owned and controlled outfits on condition that they would idiotize, that they would brazenly, stupidly tell lies and idiotic things in order, it seems, to calm the waters and reassure the little English idiotic population. Camilla Long is saying that reports about people having mental illness are really false. She is saying that essentially people are saying they are mentally ill, but they are not. What they are is they are desperately unhappy. So what's the difference? What is unhappiness? Related to it must be caused by something. Camilla Long doesn't say what, but to complete a diagnostic analysis, logically and rationally and intelligently and evidently, is not her forte. We are broadcasting this in the middle of the month of Ramadan. Today, I think, is the 13th of Ramadan. And last week, the Times newspaper ran a story saying that fasting was responsible for stroke and heart attacks. Now, people have been fasting, Muslims have been fasting for 1,400 years at least. So, fasting is not some kind of fad that has just appeared. Fasting is adhered to by significant numbers of Muslims, significant numbers of practicing Muslims, and they have been doing it for at least 1,400 years. And there has been no evidence that fasting causes heart attacks and stroke. Because if there were any causal relationship between fasting and heart attacks and strokes, then it would have been acknowledged by now already. At least 1,400 times on an annual basis. Looking at the actual report published by the Times, there is no consistency between the heading and the story. In fact, the story is full of contradictions. And it says that the report is not based on evidence. It's just a hypothesis. Now let's go back to Dominic Lai's son. Now, what is he shedding crocodile tears about? He's saying MPs have a chance to end medical eugenics. He's saying that as a father, I entreat members of parliament to treat Down's syndrome babies like any other. Now, here is a man who laughed at baby angel Geronimo in 2021. And baby angel Geronimo never had anything comparable to the Down syndrome. Baby angel Geronimo has been absolutely healthy. So there is no superficial, there is not even a superficial ground for undermining baby angel Geronimo's life. What a hypocrite, Dominic Lai's son, who mocked at baby angel Geronimo and ridiculed the people that were actually supporting the baby angel Geronimo in 2021, that is. There is a news review about the massacre of hares, animals by criminal gangs. It says villagers are horrified at the growing number of animal corpses being dumped in the streets. Is it a warning from hare coursing gangs? Local resident Matthew Campbell picks up the scent with the former commando. And the article doesn't explain the total impunity given to the murderers by the police, by the so-called judiciary. So this is again ground for additional provisions for protecting animals to the baby angel Geronimo Manifesto. Now, below that same page 17 of the Sunday Times, is a piece. Owen Jones was a once bold thinker, warped by social media. Now it says that he was undisclosed advisor to Jeremy Corbyn. Now if that is true, then of course Owen Jones is significantly to blame for Jeremy Corbyn's disastrous behavior while he was leader. As I have said 100 times or more that Jeremy Corbyn was an idiot and remains an idiot because when he was in the post as leader of the Labour Party, whenever he would leave home, usually in the mornings, there would be gangs of broadcast journalists outside his home. And instead of speaking to them, Jeremy Corbyn ran to the car, thus missing an opportunity every time he did that. Of generating legitimate retorts to the propaganda against his leadership. Now, if Owen Jones was clever, intelligent, and a sharp thinker, as the Sunday Times says he was, then he would have advised Corbyn not to do that. The fact that Corbyn did that continuously shows that Owen Jones didn't get it. Now, what is going on in India with Narendra Modi? They are saying that he is a social media star in India. So this piece is typical British media propaganda for the fascist, Hindu nationalist. And we shall be updating on this in due course. On pages 8 and 9, there is a big spread on Angela Rayner, and apparently asking the question whether she will be supported by the Labour Party leadership. Angela Rayner is the workers' champion, but will her party champion her? And pages 4 and 5 are devoted to the Moscow Concert Hall massacre. And it says, walking and shooting as if out for a stroll, how Moscow attacks unfolded. But most importantly, on pages 2 and 3 is the royal promotion. King Brian would toddle to Kate's hospital bed for a chat in his dressing gown. And a comment by Matthew Saeed, the mental slave, who says, Kate Middleton's kindness to his son points out the cruelty of algorithms and fools. And the page one lead, Kate wrote every word to reassure the net. And the new threat allegedly from China, targeting Westminster again, is nothing in comparison with the importance that they're giving to Kate Middleton. We shall be updating on all of this in the forthcoming editions.